Hi, I'm Kiyoshi Husky, and this is a Dark Souls life tip. In this video, we're talking about pyromancy. I'm starting off in the depths, just after beating the Capra demon, because this is where we start to get the items that we want. You don't have to start out as a pyromancer, but it's probably better if you do, because you already have the glove, and you already have a spell, and you get to practice using it. When it comes to choosing attributes for your character, you have a lot of flexibility with the pyromancer. Myself, I like to only level up dex and strength enough to accommodate the weapons that I want to use. Here's the first item that we want. It is the large ember, and we will use this to upgrade our weapons from +5 to +6 through 10. We'll just give this to the blacksmith Andre up in the undead parish. So going back to leveling, I want to keep my stats as low as possible so that I can use a lot of my souls for building up my pyromancy glove, because that gets really expensive. So here's where we find and free Laurentius. Once you release Laurentius, you have a lot of options. You could just return to Firelink Shrine so that you can get more pyromancies and start building up your glove immediately. What I do is I complete the area and kill the boss so that I have more souls to spend on leveling up my glove. I also want to find the one guaranteed large Titanite shard so that I can upgrade my weapon. Back at Firelink Shrine, we need to talk to two people. One of them is Griggs, the sorcerer that we freed down in the Undead Burg lower level. He has a ring that we want, but you have to be at intelligence level 10 in order to interact with him. The item we want is the Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring. It boosts sorceries. It's expensive, but it's worth it. This ring is engraved with an everlasting dragon and boosts the strength of sorceries. It costs 20,000 souls. The other person that's here that we need to talk to is Laurentius. We can improve our glove with him, and he has some nice spells that we want. Just note that you have to answer no to his question because he's asking you if it's unsavory, not if you want to use his training. The spells that I buy from him are Combustion, Fire Orb, and Fireball, in that order. The Combustion spell is a touch spell, much like melee, and it's very effective. Fire Orb is like Fireball in that it's ranged and you have to throw it at your enemy. And then another fireball is great to have because it's good to have a lot of fireballs at your disposal. When leveling up your pyromancy glove, the goal is to get to +10 before you go down to Blighttown to spawn Quelana, the next trainer. For the next item we want to get, it would be a good idea to get the rusted iron ring so you can move in water a little bit better. It's not necessary, but it would make things easier for you. To get the next item, we need to head down to Darkroot Basin. So on the way, we're going to stop by and talk to Andre, the blacksmith, and modify the weapon that I have. So whenever I play as a pyromancer, I will use the gargoyle halberd. And if I can't get it after beating the gargoyles in the Undead Parish, I will get it right away after getting into An Orlando. It's a guaranteed drop from one of the two gargoyles that you face on the bridge there. The gargoyle halberd is the best weapon to convert to lightning, so that's why I like it. And if I convert it to lightning, then I don't need to max out any scaling, any dex or strength. Now we make our way down to the lake where the Hydra is in a Darkroot Basin, and we kill it. It's very easy to fall off the drop off, so you have to be very careful in this area. Make sure you equip the rusted iron ring if you have it. If you look closely, you can see the outline of the drop off, but it's still easy to miss. You can use the glowing item as a marker, just don't go past that. But you do have to stay off the shore and in the water. That's why the rusted iron ring is very good in this fight. The idea is to stand in the water and hold your shield up until the heads go by you, and then go on the shore and whack them until they go back. Eventually, you'll knock off all the heads and kill the monster. Use a ranged attack like Fireball for the last head, because using a melee weapon can get very dangerous with that drop-off just ahead. After you kill the Hydra, go to the left and follow the lake around the edge until you reach an alcove in the backside of the lake. Once you're there, restart the game and you will see a golden golem. Kill the golem and Princess Dusk will appear. Pyromancies work very well against the golem, So use fireballs or whatever else you have at your disposal. Personally, I just try to bait him into taking a swing or doing some action, and then I step back and throw a fireball at him. After you kill the golem, talk to Dusk, and she will go through her dialogue and tell you that she'll put her sign down where the Hydra was. When she asks you if she can be of assistance, just make sure you answer yes. When Dusk finally stops talking, run back around the lake to where you killed the Hydra. Look for her sign on the ground. It can be hard to find. Of course, you can't be hollow, but if you are in human form and you can't see the sign, look around that rock and in the shallow water. Once you summon Dusk, all you have to do is talk to her. You don't need to purchase anything. Of course, you do want to get her gesture, because why not? She does sell some decent sorceries though, like Cast Light. That one can be very useful later on in the game. After you're done talking to her, run back around the lake, back to the alcove, and you will see an item glowing on the back wall. That will be Dusk's armor set. The most important part will be her crown, which boosts all magics. The rest of her armor you can sell for 1,000 souls each if you want. But here's the crown. It says its wearer is blessed by all manner of magic. This raises the power and effect of the wearer's magic, but damage suffered by magic attacks also rise. When you wear this crown, your pyromancies increase in strength by 20%. The downside is your magic defense goes down by 30%, so there are some situations where you may not want to wear it. Once you get the item, you may want to take some time and make your way back around the lake and go up this really tall ladder. There is a soul of a brave warrior up here that's worth about 5,000 souls. Now that you have a few souls saved up, it might be a good time to get your glove to level 10 if you haven't gotten it there yet.
Goodbye then. Come back if you...
Once you've made your way down to Blighttown, take care of your initial business, like beating Mildred and resting at the bonfire. I like to kindle this bonfire because this is a poisonous area and I heal myself a lot. Once you are done at the bonfire, make your way over to Quelana. She is located over here by this pillar.
Yes, of course. But you'd expect it. Very well. Usually I do, but because you are pyromancy, you must give something up. Are you prepared to do this?
Quelana has some very good pyromancies, including Great Combustion, in my opinion, the best pyromancy in the game. You will just have to try the pyromancies for yourself and see which ones you like the best. But the pyromancies are expensive, and leveling up your glove is expensive, and you only have so many attunement slots. So it's a balancing act, and you're going to have to figure out what combination works the best for you. For myself, at this point in the game, I like to have about 5 attunement slots open, and I fill them with Combustion, Great Combustion, and maybe Fire Orb or Fireball. I don't spend a lot of souls on expensive pyromancies this early. I focus on leveling up my glove first. Also, just a reminder that Blighttown is a great area to farm for large Titanite shards and green Titanite shards. So this is a perfect area to build up your weapon to +10. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Kiyoshi Husky, and this is a Dark Souls life tip. I just want you to stay alive, bro.